Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to today's second stream, which is going to be the continuation of Mad Max for around 2 hours or so. I'm promising at least 90 minutes, but we may go a little longer. It depends on, how far we get into it. If we're in the middle of a mission or not, if we're at a logical stopping point, etc. I'd like to thank you all for being here. I see more people are joining by the moment. I'm going to start saying this on pre-stream now because I keep forgetting, but there are 2 chats set up for my streams now. There's one that's the standard YouTube chat. It's a piece of crap. The standard YouTube chat is unmoddable. It's horrible. It's a waste of time. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever to use the YouTube chat. The reason I leave it open at this point is very simple. People who jump on the stream who don't know who I am, who don't really care, people who are jumping on just to troll, it gives them a place to do that. And it keeps them out of the good chat, which is available on IRC. It's a private chat that we have set up with moderators and all kinds of fun discussion going on. And that is available by looking at the description of the video, which if you're watching on the YouTube Gaming app or anywhere like that, it actually lists it. It's thekingofhate.com/stream. By going there, you can access the IRC chat, and you can talk it up with other people who are watching the stream. I definitely think that you should not be using the YouTube chat, alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, finally I had a chance last night to watch the Mad Max Fury Road movie. And in a nutshell, without going too much into detail, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great movie. It had come out earlier this year. I did not have the opportunity to watch it when it was a new release in theaters. But it finally came out on demand digitally at home yesterday, and both Leanna and I both liked it, and that's surprising because Leanna usually doesn't like action-style movies like that. But, yeah, we both enjoyed it. It's one of those movies, one of these rare gems these days where you can have an old-school, gritty action movie that isn't all about gore or swearing, at the same time doesn't have tons of crappy CGI in it, It was just balls to the wall, great special effects, nice visual effects, well done makeup, acting, everything was pretty good, even though, quite honestly, there wasn't too much acting in the movie. Let's face it, it was an action movie at its core. It was really good. I liked it. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that those who have not checked out Mad Max Fury Road, that you will. And it's cool because now I know that the main character of the game that I'm playing right now is actually Max from that movie, which I didn't know that was the tie-in or anything, when I first started playing this game because I hadn't watched the movie yet. So, thoughts about this game. Very shortly as well, very briefly. Thoughts about Mad Max. I like it so far. I actually like the fact that there's a lot of variety, that there's road-based or driving vehicle-based gameplay, that there's more like fortress invasions with melee combat, but also with a little bit of gunplay. I'm liking that there's a variety. Now I got a sniper rifle, so there'll be that kind of variety of gameplay. It seems to me like there's going to be a lot of variety in the stuff coming up. And I'm excited for that. I hope that the game continues to be a good combination of different genres, and really it makes itself almost its own entity of open-world third-person adventure game versus, oh, it's just another version of this other game that we've played, you know what I mean? And I like it. Anything I'm disappointed about with it? I guess the one thing that I could say is probably one thing that I've been critical of the Mad Max franchise ever since it was in the movies, is that when it comes to its color palette, it's the game, the design of the world, it's kind of bland. But let's face it, that they're going for bland. It's supposed to be the post-apocalyptic landscape where, the whole world has been nuked, basically, and so there's nothing left. It's all a wasteland, a desert, with few and far between any kind of variety to anything. So I understand that's the lore of the game, but I would really like, let's say I play the game for 10 hours, all of a sudden you drive into this area, and it's actually got technology, right? Where you're driving to an area, it's like a jungle. I would like that, but I don't think we're going to get that. I think we're going to get exactly what you get from the Mad Max movies, a barren wasteland for the entire game, alright? Number 2, I'll be honest, the game has a lot of similarities to a lot of other games when it comes to certain things. Like the melee combat is very similar to the Uncharted engine from Uncharted 3, combined with, say, games like Batman, Spider-Man, all the games that have that tapping style melee combat over the past couple of years. it's pretty much about on par with those and pretty much the same. And, you know, at least in that regard, I mean, I like that it's a functional engine. It would have been nice if they did something a little bit differently. But, you know, when you are too much off the path, too, some people are going to complain. I don't know. Right now, I'm certainly not far enough into the game to make any kind of a judgment overall about it anyway. But I am having fun with it. And as of the last session, if you haven't seen it yet, because the videos were live as of midday yesterday, but I don't know how many of you have been watching them. I haven't actually been looking at views at all this week. I'm just going to play games and enjoy them, and if people watch, they watch, and if they don't, they don't. I don't want to be all worried about, oh no, views are great, views are bad. I know that last week, insane amount of views on Until Dawn. Like, that playthrough hasn't even been a week done yet, and it did incredibly well. So, I'm really happy about that. But, this week, I'm just kind of going with the flow, and so yeah, I'm excited for more gameplay of Mad Max tonight. I'm excited for more Metal Gear Solid 5. It'll be continuing throughout the next week, okay? Just to make that clear, the gameplay for the next week will be a balance of those two games. I'm strongly considering for one major stream next week to squeeze Fallout New Vegas back into the lineup, just because I don't want to get so sidetracked from that game that I don't play it for so long that I come back, I don't even remember what I'm doing. Alright? So I may play that once next week, and then of course, at the end of next week, a week from tomorrow, there'll be Mario Maker. FYI, for those of you who were not on the stream previously, the Metal Gear Solid 5 stream earlier, yes, there's a new batch of videos that were uploaded. They're in the playlist now. Check those out. But also, FYI, tomorrow, I'm only playing one stream of gameplay. And it's up to you, the viewers, to tell me what game it should be. Should it be Mad Max, or should it be Metal Gear Solid 5? It's your choice. I'm actually going to do a poll, a straw poll, overnight, where you'll have the opportunity to vote on do you want to see one or the other on Friday. Now, I'm debating throwing in a wild card and actually putting Fallout New Vegas in the running there too, because I don't think that veering away from a day is going to hurt anything, so I might even put that in there. But I need your input tonight. What do you want to see tomorrow on my one gameplay stream? Now you might be saying, why is there only one gameplay stream tomorrow? Well, very simple. Because tomorrow I have to go out and do errands and stuff, which is typically what I would do on a Saturday. As you know, Saturdays I usually only do one stream. But this Saturday, Leanna and I are going to be going into Seattle to celebrate her birthday, which happened last week. But because I was so sick, we couldn't do it. So we're actually going into Seattle on Saturday to just do some fun stuff. And we haven't really talked too much about it because we're going to be vlogging it. And those vlogs will go live on Saturday. So FYI, only one gameplay stream tomorrow. And FYI, no gameplay on Saturday, but I will be uploading some vlogs once we get home from our Seattle day trip. And then gameplay will resume on Sunday with one stream. I'll also put out the week in preview to explain how I'll be handling new games that week. In addition, I'll be working on the review for Until Dawn a little bit. And then next week, my goal is to balance Metal Gear Solid 5 with Mad Max, maybe a little bit of Fallout mixed in there, and hopefully maybe get the Until Dawn playthrough done by the end of the week as well. And maybe mess around with Mario Maker a little bit at the end of the week. So, FYI, that is the agenda for the next week or so, if you're wondering, okay? So, immediately following the end of this stream, I'm going to be creating this straw poll and putting it up, and I really need your input on this poll. I need to know, Mad Max, Metal Gear, or maybe Fallout tomorrow. Which do you want to see? And I'll leave it to the public to vote on what they want to see tomorrow, and I'll play. It doesn't really matter. That's the thing. It doesn't really matter what I play, so I'm going to put it to the viewers and see what they want to see more of, and that'll be tomorrow. And then we'll continue on the rest of this week with whatever wasn't voted for, okay? So that's pretty much it. If you weren't here earlier on the pre-stream, I'll mention this very briefly, that if you were a patron in the month of August, thank you very much. Patreon.com/DarksidePhils, where you can check out my Patreon account, where people pledge to get cool perks and contribute to awesome goals. If you did pledge in the month of August, you're currently in the process of being charged by Patreon, and I cannot control how fast they do that. This month, they seem to be doing it pretty slowly. Out of over 160 people, I think less than 100 have been charged so far. So we're 3 days into the month, and they're really dragging their heels. Once everyone is charged, then I can finally start to send out the mass messages on who got qualified for what perk and what information I need from people to get their perks going. So I'll be doing that shortly, but that's why I haven't done it yet. I'll have more information about that hopefully early next week once everything goes through. Alright. The only other thing I'll say before I get started, because I am about to get started, is I apologize. I still have this damned cold, because I do. And it is really freaking annoying. And it's bothering me. My sinuses and all that. So I apologize if I have to stop to blow my nose, or you hear me choke or snort. Every day it's getting slightly better. Every day a little bit better. But we're getting there. You know what I mean? We're not there yet. And probably, I'm hoping another week. And it'll be out of my system. And then with all these new games that are coming out soon, we got Soma coming out later this month. I'm going to be checking out the new Tony Hawk. Next month, we've got Disgaea 5. And I'm sure we're going to have a ton of stuff going on. Rainbow Six. Well, actually, Rainbow Six got delayed till December now that I'm thinking about it. Dragon Quest Heroes. Yoshi's Woolly World. Tales of Zestiria. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Halo 5. WWE. There's going to be Patreon stuff going on. Of course, in November, Call of Duty. Black Ops 3, which a lot of people are excited for. Fallout 4, holy shit. You know, all this. I need to get well so I sound better. You know what I mean? Alright. So thanks for being here, everyone. Let's get started. Please allow me to take a very short break here to blow my nose before we get started. I know that's pretty gross. A lot of people don't probably want to hear me blow my freaking nose. In preparation for the stream. You know what I mean? So give me like 2 minutes here off mic. I'll come back and then we'll start with the Mad Max gameplay, okay? Here, I'll actually take this off the stream temporarily and we'll begin, alright? Thanks everyone. I'll be back in a moment.